Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Veronica. Thank you so much for clicking the link to watch today's video. Without further ado, let's get started with our Military Monday. Okay, so first off, I'm in Lewis's closet. Honestly, I can't do the plain white walls anymore. Looking at that, it just drives me absolutely bonkers. I was gonna film out there, to be honest, in my living room. My living room is really nice open concept, and so there's plenty of areas I could kind of stage and film. But Lewis is having his board meeting for his nonprofit. My husband is just really quickly, he is so crazy with his visions and his dreams. He says stuff that I'm like, sometimes I'm like, okay, how is this gonna come together? But you know what? I'm so proud of him because he literally has a team of people, has hired a website designer and done so many different things that I'm very surprised, but yet not surprised about. And so when you're married to someone who has visions and crazy aspirations, you kind of just have to support them, and he's just doing it, so kudos to him. Hopefully this isn't too distracting, but I think this is better so you guys can hear me. This is going to be a really short Military Monday. I am very sick. I don't have the virus or anything like that. My ears, I think I have a really bad ear infection or sinuses or both. I do have frequent sinus infections, and I noticed the hormones secrete extra mucus from what I've researched, and so I honestly am not feeling very well, and so you can kind of hear it in my voice. I did do the nose rinse where you squirt it up and it comes out, so I do sound a lot better, but I still do not feel very well, nor do I really want to film. But I told myself I want to be committed and consistent, and so I'm gonna push through. But if I ever am like to the point where I'm just too sick, I'm just too sick. So for today's topic, we're gonna talk about your overall career as an officer. I'm just gonna give you guys just a quick, I do have more videos that dive deep into each category, but I like to put general videos out there and then I go into more specifics. But general videos typically do a lot better, just because they don't know your situations. When you go into the military as an officer, especially into the Air Force, I can only speak for the Air Force, you're expected to kind of strategize a little bit. You're expected to map out your career sometimes within the first few years of what you want to do. I don't know how many times I've been asked by senior officers like, well, what do you want to do? And it's like, you know, I've had people say, oh, I could see you as a general or colonel or doing this, and I'm just like, I'm just trying to make it to my next assignment. And that's an honest answer. I really do take it assignment by assignment. I let God lead me through everything. And this is something that's a little bit different than your typical officer answer. If you're looking for the typical officer answer, this is not the right channel for you. For me, I've always wanted to allow God to lead me where I need to go and do what I need to do. I don't chase after awards. I don't do all the things. Do you need awards and strats? I would say yes. But it's about how you obtain them. I let my work speak for itself. I sign up for things. When I signed up for all those things in Montana, it wasn't to get the awards or to get the recognition. Honestly, I just like being busy, and that's what it was. And then I was able to get some awards out of it, but I never strategized and was like, oh, I need to do this quarter so I can win. You know what I mean? A lot of people do that, and there's nothing wrong with strategizing as an officer. In fact, there's many who would argue you need to strategize. You need to know when to peak, when to do this and when to do that. For me, I don't really live my life like that. I'm not like a typical officer, and I think that's fine. I love to do my job. I love to bloom where I planted. You know, I've had many people come up to me and ask me who I worked with. They don't know I do YouTube. But they ask me like, oh, you know, such and such told me I should do this. What do you think? And I'm like, well, did you pray about it? Do you feel called to do it? Some people will take jobs just because they're being pushed that direction. I don't want to do that. I want to be able to, and this may be a dream world and it may not work, you know. I don't know that because I'm not a colonel right now, you know what I mean? I'm still a captain. I truly believe that you should just go where your heart leads you and where God leads you and follow those things. I don't believe in stepping on people. I don't believe in stabbing each other in the back for strats and for awards and for recognition and to put my pretty face out there. I don't do stuff like that. When DVs or distinguished visitors or high-ranking officers come, you know, I do what I'm asked. I'm pleasant. I'm smiling. I'm like, yeah, but that's about it. Like, I keep, you know what I mean? I don't see the need to step on other people. You will come across other O's who like to do that, and you know what, sometimes it's like Survivor out there, and then other times it's like the Walgreens commercial where everyone just lives in harmony. I will say the MSCs that I worked with from when I arrived till about 19 were amazing. We were so close. There were 5 of us who were just like intertwined, working like a well-oiled machine. You know, as they started to PCS, we got different personalities, and certain personalities who were more hungry for recognition and different things, and so it threw off the balance a little bit. But was I mad or upset about that? No, because it's your career and you have to take charge of it. You have to decide what you want. I just approach, and I believe my approach is, you have to do things spiritually. I tell myself this, spiritually first. You know, does it make sense for your career? Don't just do it to do it. Like even AFOQT, I was really trying to get into this really top program, and you know, I missed it by a few points. I still got into another top program, but it was like, do I just want to do AFOQT to just do AFOQT, or do I want to get my master's paid for? Now, I've always said I want to get my master's paid for, and I never heard of the school I go to now. Almost said it. And you know what, I'm so happy God led me to this school because it's amazing. I love it. Sometimes I'm not as, you know, confident in myself, which I know I need to work on, but it's crazy because, you know, I've had many people come to me or email or even just compliment me and say, you know, you're pregnant and you're doing all this stuff and you may not be on camera, but you turn in all your work on time, and we just appreciate that. And you know, that means a lot to me. And so whenever I do something, I push myself to as much as I can do, and I just do the best I can do. I hope I get selected for things. I pray on it. I try to be, you know, smart about things. You know, if I want a job really bad, then I am going to position myself to be in the best possible position, but I just don't believe in stepping on people and fighting and putting myself in every quarter for awards. Like, that's just, to me, low class, to be honest, when you put yourself in for every single quarter to win, and you're winning and you're not allowing other people, because, you know, there's only so many categories, so there's going to be overlap. But I don't seek out the star. I don't seek out the full bird. You know, I think for me, it's just, I have to do what I have to do at each assignment. I look a little bit towards the future, but not much really for me, which is not normal, and I know it's not the typical answer. Some people already know they want to be colonels or you know, try and get a star, and they're really certain personalities who really want that, and that's great for them. I don't know if I want to be in for that long of a time, just because my husband and I, you know, he has his career too, and so 20 years is my goal. And we always revisit at big halfway points. So next point to revisit is 10-year mark, and then from there on every 5 years or so. But I really just take it assignment by assignment, and I think you guys, we put so much pressure on ourselves as officers, especially because it's like we all have to compete for so many spots. But I really do believe, as an officer, you really should just do your job. You really should just be great at your job. You know, take on a little bit more responsibility over time. Don't rush it. Don't badmouth people. Just do your job. And if you don't know how to do your job, you know, get with those people who do, or ask or study. I didn't have anyone to show me what to do, honestly. I came in and they were like, we need this, this, and this. And I'm like, I don't even know what that means. And I just researched and found friends and copied, you know, things. I used templates, you know, but I copied my first decoration. I was like, I have no idea what this is. And so I was like, hey, can I see your decoration? I literally just used it. They switched it up anyways, but they're like, hey, good job using that resource. Because, you know, I think with officers, the biggest mistake they always make, especially junior officers, you come in and they expect you to know the whole world plus this region. And it's like, that's not true. You're not going to know that. And I think we put so much pressure on ourselves to do that. So my advice always for new officers is just bloom where you're planted. Allow God to lead you. Don't do anything to step on people's backs. I don't believe in that character, and I don't think you need to do that to get where you need to be. And also, when it comes to planning for jobs or planning rotations or moves or specialty things, position yourself well if you really want to get it, but don't sacrifice your morals and your friendships just to get a job, because that job will burn you out, and that job will be over in 2 to 4 years, and then what do you have after that? You know, you don't want to get to being a colonel or a general and no one likes you. That's the worst thing in the world. So my thing is I just try really hard at what I'm good at. And because I, you know, am so strong in diversity, I really want black officers, you know, to get up there, especially female black officers. You know, I did a lot of stuff for Black History Month and all that stuff, and because of that I was able to win a higher level award. But I didn't seek out doing that just to get that award, if that makes sense. So that's just my advice on strategizing your career. I know it's not the typical answer, but I just don't believe in being so strategic. Like, I think that's a little bit more situational, and I also think it's a little bit more old school. I think the new school and the new generations, I don't think you really have to do that. And I think if people miss out on you and they don't see what you're worth, did you really want that job anyway? Sometimes our blessings are no's, not always yeses. And I think people are just so used to yeses that they have to realize the no's are blessings. And in my situation, I can definitely tell you that that program I was trying to get into, the no was a blessing, because here I am at this school and it's just amazing. So yeah, so that's all I have. A really short video. Again, thank you guys so much for watching. Lewis and I, huge announcement, we are going to do Vlogmas. We are not, I repeat, not vlogging every single day. We tried that the very first year, and it was very stressful, and I wasn't pregnant and I worked full-time. Now I'm working full-time, school, pregnant with twins, sick, and we have a new addition to our family as well that you guys will also see. If you know what I'm talking about, go to my Instagram. And I just can't do it every single day, but you will have more frequent videos put out. They're not always going to be vlogs. Some of them will be content videos. Pregnancy update I have waiting to be published. So just stay tuned for that. It really means a lot to me if you guys would like and subscribe. It helps get my channel out there, and also helps more people come here. So that would mean a lot to me. And I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching. And we might be in the closet some more days, because I actually like this. I don't like this, but I like being in the closet. It just feels more intimate and less big. So yeah. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you guys in my next video. Bye!